about to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be, life with no distractions. We'll get away.
Of course, late to the first day, but we're here. Late though.
First ever #YouTube Black Fan Fest that we all enjoyed last night. We want to mainstream brands to better understand your reach, your value, and your influence.
Yeah.
All the other guys on your show, they just rookie. Lauren's tripping. I'll take you and that broken. You know what? It's early in the morning, so we just gonna. That's good. That's good stuff. I came with that all by myself.
That was like excellent.
That was at its finest. I want to jump into it. I mean, we're in a room full of creators, people who have been on the internet doing their thing. You know, you start on the internet. I just kind of want to talk about the genesis of Aqua Black Girl and how that gave rise to the show Insecure, like where that started.
Aqua Black Girl was like one of those things where it was the third time's the charm. You know, I had direct access to an audience, and I was like, this is about to go to TV, lit. And it didn't. Okay. And so I was like, I came up with another. I graduated college, did like 3 episodes of that show. I was like, well, I'm out. I was just making do what we had, like hitting up friends' apartments, being transparent up front, like we're gonna be here for like 12 hours today. I'm sorry, I'll buy you pizza because that's all I can afford. And you know, as we grew and people started lending their services, that's when, you know, you kind of feel guilty about not being able to pay people. And so that's when we ultimately did the Kickstarter to raise money. But it was a lot of favors, and it was a lot of just building from the ground up and being like, look, I can't give you anything now, and I know we all hate to hear, you know, this will give you exposure, and I didn't know that, you know.
Exposure don't pay rent.
Yeah, like the nerve, because I couldn't guarantee exposure, like, you gonna get on from this, and we didn't really know, but shout out to people who just trusted and believed and just wanted to do it.
I think one of the most important things you just said was you bought everybody pizza. Because pizza goes a long way when you're filming on set. I had a lot of pizza in my day.
Yes. When it was bought and was developed, it was taking forever in my opinion, just because as YouTube creators, we're like, I have an idea right now, put it up 3 minutes, it's on, boom, people watching it. And so the idea that, you know, I had to do multiple drafts of the scripts and, you know, wait for feedback, and, you know, it was a 3-year process. It was unheard of to me. But then I didn't know, and in hindsight, it's 2020, we're like, wow, it was getting better, and it's come such a long way from the first draft to the 9th draft. And so for me, it was just about, like, while that's happening, then I'm creating this other platform to continue to make pilots that aren't my own, and to help other people not have to go through this process.
Let's give a very warm welcome to Common.
So we had the votes, and I went home early, and I was going to watch the vote on television. I literally got in my pajamas, had a bowl of popcorn, turned on the TV, and I get a phone call from President Obama's assistant, and she said, President Obama wants you to come back to the White House to watch the vote. He's asked everybody who had anything to do with it to come back. And I said, well, I'm home, I'm in my pajamas, I think I'll stay. She said, President Obama would like for you to come back to the White House and watch the vote. So I was like, oh, that's fine. He would be my boss. So I go back, we watch the vote. Fast forward, after the vote, he invites everybody up to the Truman balcony, which is one of the prettiest places in the world. And I mean everybody, like the junior person on my staff to the vice president. And in the wee hours of the morning, at like 2 in the morning, after we'd been out there 4 hours, and it was unseasonably warm, it was a spring day, And I sidled up to him because it reminded me of election night where we were all so happy and it was warm in Chicago in November, which never happens. And I said to him, how does today compare to how you felt election night? And he said, there's no comparison. He said, election night was all about getting to tonight. It was a means to an end. And I was like, that's why I love you so much, because you never lose sight. This was never about him. It was all about you and getting you insured. So that was an incredible day. And then the other day, which might seem strange at first, was the day that we went to Charleston for Reverend Pinckney's funeral. You'll remember when he and his parishioners were murdered in the church. And it was the day that started out with me dreading what was going to happen. And while we were preparing to go, we found out that the Supreme Court ruled on marriage equality. And I went running down to the Oval Office to look for President Obama to tell him, and he wasn't there. So I go back to the Chief of Staff's office, and he goes, what did he say? And I said, he wasn't there. He said, well, did you call him? I was like, well, I guess I could pick up the phone and call him. So I call him, and he answers the phone, and he goes, what? It's a little off-putting, right? So I said, well, sir, marriage equality just came down, 5-4. And he said, and who won? I was like, oh, I buried the lead. I said, we won. So what he had been doing while he was late is he was working on his eulogy for Reverend Pinckney. And so then he comes down and he makes a speech about marriage equality, and then we get on a helicopter to head to Andrews, and it's when he told Mrs. Obama and me, he said, I'm thinking about singing. Right. I'm like, oh boy. Now, one other time he'd said he was thinking of singing, and that's when he sang Al Green in New York, and I said, don't do it, don't do it. And everybody else backstage was like, go on. And I was like, no, don't do it. You're going to make a fool of yourself. And of course he did it, and it was great. So this time I'm like, if you want to sing, sing. And he did. And it turned out to be uplifting. And it was all about the black church and this place where the door is always open. Even though we have this terrible history in the black church of violence and attacks. And it was such a spiritual, meaningful context of how far we've come, yet how far we have left to go. It was an amazing day. And then we come back to the White House, and we lit up the White House in the rainbow of the LGBT flag. And I stood out on the front of the White House lawn for about 3 hours and watched the sun go down and saw hundreds and hundreds of people come out to the park. And it was an incredible day.
That's amazing.
Those are two of my best days. And we just found, first of all, we have more fun than normal reporters are. You're just a lot more fun. And your audiences are listening to you in a creative new way. And so we found it to be a powerful way of helping us communicate, and enjoyed having you in.
Thank you.
It was good.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Actually, it was one of my most nerve-wracking days ever. My mind was blank.
So tell them what you did. What piece did you give it?
I went from having nothing to say, the acting training kicked in, and I just ad-libbed, and I looked at it and I was like, look, if you want to take a break, you can. I can get started for you. You can take a lunch break. I can take an hour and fill it for you. But I'm happy to be here. I am happy to shake your hand. And, you know, it's funny, for like a few seconds, it's like in slow motion, he's just looking at me. And then halfway through, he just cracks this big smile, and I was like, I got him. I got him. He looks at the camera, and he's like, get over here, you got to get this. So luckily that we have that footage, and that's footage I just bask in, because that doesn't happen twice in your life. So it was a great day, and that was the first time I met her. I remember seeing both of you there.
You have to be really judicious about what you say. And so that's part of why we stifled ourselves to a certain degree. And you also realize that whether it's a tweet or it's a press conference, people are hanging on your words, and they're looking to figure out, there's a hefty chunk of people who are hoping you'll mess up and say something that they can read the wrong way. And so you do have to be, well, I think you have to be careful. Not everybody is, and then you see what happens when you're not. But part of
the wall of YouTubers. Look, you see Michelle, Missy. Who else can I point out? Where is me? I'm over there. This is me, Life with Jayla. everybody's just over here at the YouTube Black wall pointing out their pictures and taking pictures of their pictures and their artwork. So yeah, that was a cute touch. The first half of our day was great. I love all the speakers that went up. And then we're having a lunch break. We're about to go have a lunch on the rooftop. And yeah, so after we gather here, we're gonna go up. I'm hungry.
You're always hungry. So lunch is actually taking place right up on the rooftop. So if you don't have time to like grab some food before lunch starts, I recommend heading that way. This is over here.
Creator lunch. This way. Going to lunch. Going to lunch. Going to lunch. You guys know I love lunch. I got Missy with me. Hey, we going to lunch on the rooftop. All feels amazing today. Hey, lovelies. The lovely lady. Okay.
Sierra, we got Ellery, and we got Joe.
Always. Yes.
Y'all food look good.
It's beautiful outside today.
Let's go see the food. Okay. That's salmon? They know better. They got salmon?
Okay, that's what I've been waiting for. It's really pretty up here. So we're on like the rooftop view. And this is just what it looks like. So yeah, time to get food now. Hi guys, in my room, I'm about to head out to the YouTube party tonight. The bus leaves at 10. The bus leaves at 7:30. It's like 7:20, so I'm about to head down. I'm dressed really casual for tonight. My looks for YouTube Black were kind of like all black looks. This is my look. I have to put on a choker, but putting on a choker can sometimes be difficult. So this is my choker right here, but I'm about to meet up with the girls downstairs. So let's go. Alright guys, I'm on the bus with this crazy girl over here. I told Rochelle to change her shoes before, but of course she wants to wear flats. But of course everybody has on heels, so now she want to put on the heels now.
Yeah, but I wanted to be able to dance comfortably. And now
no, ain't no dancing comfortably. This is fashion and girls just have to take the pants. Basically.
I was planning on doing it.
Rochelle is a
I was trying to do the crib walk tonight, but
it ain't happening. Yeah, Rochelle, change your hair.
Switch it up on them, you know, like the Beyonce.
I was like, I guess you won't really know.
But I can't wash you hard.
So yeah, we're on the bus. This is the overload bus, and we missed the other bus, so that's where we're at.
Overflowing of blessings.
Overflowing bus.
It's not trying to we would have. If God didn't come through the third bus.
Oh God.
Keep it all the way real.
And it all falls down. It all falls down. Tell me, baby, what you gonna do?
I tell my mama, break it up.
I really want to say this in all seriousness. This is a room that would make our ancestors proud. Most people who know our history know that in this nation, especially in movements for social justice and movements for change, it has been artists, athletes, entertainers, entrepreneurs, and inventors. And I want you to know, as I walked around this room and talked to a lot of you and heard what you all are doing, you guys are the entrepreneurs of today and the entrepreneurs of tomorrow. You're the people that are showing light and making it very hard to ignore the truth of who we are as a country. I am looking at a whole bunch of people who do not see the world as it is.
Let's do it.
You all are creators. You all are innovators. You see the possibilities. And you are the people that are going to take us from an unsatisfactory present to a promised future.
You just a little too turned right now. I don't understand right now. Thank you guys. Okay, we ready to walk in this bitch.
Wait, but what are we eating? Sorry, just one. Is that it, guys? Guys, what are you doing? My earring. Hey vlog, what is popping? What's good? What it is?
No, I can't be showing like this.
Yo, this whole turned up.
I can't be
How much have you guys had to drink? I'm saying, like, we get lit.
Stop it.
The ensemble
So guys, I came into my room. I was about to go back downstairs and I have a gift. I'm a little tipsy right now, so I'm not going to act like I can read, because I can't. Okay? We're not going to act like I can, because I cannot. Let's pull this out. Oh, this is so cute. So my little picture that was up on the YouTube board, Life with Jayla. What do you guys think? I do wear my curly hair. I think, is curly hair my signature? Is curly hair my signature? Is that me? Oh, look, that's me right now. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, we can't even front. It's no fronting about this. I need to put on my Converse and go back downstairs. But listen, this is how I feel. I'm going back downstairs though, because everybody's down there. It's a celebration. This is our last night here. Let me just tell you guys, it's so amazing being in like an atmosphere with people that are like-minded, that are similar, that are creative. I feel like a lot of people that have traditional jobs have this, like lawyers, doctors, any job. Like, they go to work and they see the people that you know, want to do the same thing as them. And this event, because YouTube is not a traditional job, this event like just makes it so real that this is our job. Like, you know, we're making toast to, you know, money, success, you know, working with brands. Like, my success was not overnight. I can't even lie. Like, I was doing this since I was in high school, and I would have never guessed this would have been my job or my career or where I would go, but I'm so passionate about it and I love it so much. So much. I sacrificed so much for it. I spent so much money putting back into my business. I'm so grateful to be here. You guys don't understand. I'm rambling. I should be downstairs with everybody, but I'm just so grateful to be with other people that are like-minded and creative in the video industry, as far as we are our own production. Like, you know, like movies are like hundreds and millions of dollars put into that, and we do all of this on a day-to-day basis for you guys. Hair, makeup, scripts, all of that. We do it all by ourselves, and this weekend has been amazing. Amazing. Go, Callie. Go, Callie.
Well,